Welcome to Kweli Chungo TV YouTube and 046 Brother Power, my story. Dear viewers, it has been a long time. I feel like giving this story, but due to public demand, because now it has become a norm that wherever you go, people want to know you, know where you come from, know who you are, know where you are headed to, know where you are. And today I start here. Dear viewers, do me the favor of sharing, liking, commenting, be it on YouTube, Kweli Chungo TV, TikTok 046 Brother Power, Facebook Jared Nyaribo, all these channels you will get my various things that I do. Dear viewers, welcome my story part 1. I was born in the 80s, and my late mother Crescentia Arama and her husband, one day I'll tell you who her husband was because of many other reasons, decided to give me a name, Leonard Mambo, probably after the veteran late broadcaster Leonard Mambo Mbotela, who is well renowned in Kenya for being one of the best broadcasters for over between actually almost three decades. Guys, Leonard Mambo Mbotela is known, one, for football commentation, serious Swahili programs like Lugha Kiswahili Kitukuzo or Kiswahili Kisifiwa, something like that. Then there was the famous one, Je Huo Ni Ungwana Show, which has not left the memories of many up to date. Go to YouTube and many other channels, you will see his recordings there. Best known for Leonard Mambo is when he served two governments in Kenya within 4 hours. That is during the 1982 1st August coup against President Moi, led by the Kenya Air Force under one Ochuka. And Leonard Mambo, being the best broadcaster he was abducted, taken to KBC by force those days, Voice of Kenya, VOK, Sauti ya Kenya, and forced to announce the overthrowing of the Moi government at around 3 a.m. 1st August 1982 under the leadership of Hezekiah Ochuka. Go to YouTube, you'll find all these recordings in YouTube. Leonard Mambo Mbotela was also a lover of rumba music and, of course, a Christian. Yes, probably this is where the name Leonard was derived from. Why it was given to me has remained a mystery, now that maybe my mother passed on before I would have the guts to ask her why she called me Leonard. However, the dream has come to pass. Whatever reason, she knows. Today, it's here. You've seen me as Jared Wilberforce Nyaribo. How did I become Jared Wilberforce? Or Jared Nyaribo for that matter? For information, Jared Nyaribo came much earlier before Wilberforce. Age of between 3 to 5 years, according to Mel Ila, was supposed to be taken. Those days, a clinical card was needed. My mother, not being the clinical card of his son, decided to use her wisdom to go to a neighbor with whom they shared children of the same age, or where a child of my age also lived. In other words, a boy who is my age mate and still living up to date lived. The boy was called Jared Nyaribo. In her little wisdom and the wisdom of the mother of Jared Nyaribo, the original owner of this name that has given me pride these days, discussed and agreed to borrow a card to go and use for medication. So in essence, in that particular village, which I'll tell you in the later series, where in Nyamira County, two boys used the same name and the same age. Jared Nyaribo lives up to date and is a famous carpenter in one of the serious markets of Nyamira County. So my mother goes to hospital with a new name, Jared Nyaribo, and that's how I became Jared Nyaribo. As I grew up, Jared Nyaribo, then I was a good reader of history and came across a name William Wilberforce in a book called Africa's Peoples in the Past while in class 3. And the name Wilberforce seemed unique as it is till now, and I decided to use it for my dramas in school at St. Order School for the Blind, which I'll tell you how I got there. And the name Wilberforce became part of me as I grew into teenage. And when I got baptized in the year 2003, I picked the name Wilberforce as my name, my third name, or my baptism name. In essence, I don't have my father's name on my IDs. The name Jared, Wilberforce, Nyaribo are equally my original names. That's why in my family name is Wilberforce. My children are known to be Wilberforce or Nyaribo for my son. All my daughters are Wilberforce. Dear viewers, at the age of around 7 years, my late mother tells me I got ill, an illness that no one understood knocked, and in like between 4 to 5 days, it began with serious diarrhea and vomiting, then later swellings all over the body. This was viewed to be a traditional disease that affects small children as they grow. Somehow would be treated as such until after the 4th day when it took a completely different turn. Like and share for part 2 and the continuation of this story. Bye bye.